my lovelies, and welcome to another plan with me. Today we are in my Erin Condren and we are doing the 4th of February through to the 10th. And today we are using this gorgeous kit called Wish Upon a Star from TheMixMatchPlanner. And again, it can be used any way you want, or it can be used as it looks, which is a mural. So we're going to have a little bit of a play about, do things a little bit differently this week to accommodate for trying to keep the picture as together as possible and still making it really, really practical to use, or at least to how I use my Erin Condren. If you're new to my channel, hi! I try to do at least 3 videos a week. A plan with me in my Erin Condren, a plan with me in my Happy Planner Classic, and a plan with me in my mini Happy Planner. There are occasionally haul videos, there are occasionally monthly spread videos, and there are occasionally TN videos, and maybe one day some crafting videos when I'm a little bit more organised with my time. I'm just thinking it's not quite enough light, so excuse my arm wafting across the screen. There we go, that's a bit better, the lighting, isn't it? So without further ado, we will get started. I have brought in washi for this one. I know I don't normally bring in washi choices very often for the Erin Condren, but I have today, and it's this glitter washi, and the idea of using a skinny, which is near enough the same colour, hopefully if I do decide to use it, will become very, very clear. So let's get started with our day covers and our date dots. So, as always, you don't have to use the date dots that come with the kits, because obviously I kind of, using the date dots, kind of take out the heart, but my handwriting seems to vary every time I write. That makes sense. So one day it'll be really, really neat, the next day it'll be really, really scruffy. One day it'll be all in block, if you like. The next day it'll all be joined up, script. Don't know why. It also seems to depend what pen I'm using as well as to how I write, which I always thought was kind of strange. So for me, it just keeps consistency if I use the date dots that are provided. So what I am just going to do briefly is, just purely because some of my date dots are really quite pale, I don't want the dates showing through, so we're just going to wipe them out quickly. You don't have to do this, obviously. You can do however you want to do. You know, some people choose to leave the date dots in. Some choose to do what I'm doing, white them out. Some people don't bother with whitening them out, they just stick the dots over the top because it doesn't bother them seeing through slightly. You know, it's what you're comfortable with, what you can be bothered to do, what you want to do. At the end of the day, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, your planning style is entirely up to you. Just because I plan this way, and there might be somebody else who plans exactly the same way as me, there might not be. But just because I plan this way doesn't mean you have to. Just because somebody else plans their way, you don't have to. You know, I do these videos to show you guys how I plan, and to show off the kits that I purchase, that I like, that I, you know, and what I do with the kits, you know, and hopefully I inspire some of you to use the same kits as me, or you know, some of you like the way the style in which I plan, and the fact that I'm a no white space planner in this and my happy planner, and you want to give it a go, then fair enough. I've inspired somebody to try something different, and that's all I can hope to do, you know. If you're, like I said, if you're new to my channel, hi, if you like what you see, please subscribe and hit the like button. That would be really, really appreciated. You know, I do these videos because I enjoy doing them, but I also do these videos for you guys out there. Just to, like I said, to show different kits that are on the market. You can buy, you know, and just show you how I plan, etc. And the fact that I use different planners hopefully will give you an idea as well of what to do, when to do it. Like I said, today we are doing things ever so slightly differently, and those of you that are regular subscribers to my channel will know that as a general rule of thumb, I put all my full boxes in a row. In this one, they always go at the top, but I just want to mix it up a bit and show you something a bit different, or a different way of doing it. So I think we'll go for these washi strips and hope that the pink isn't too bright underneath. So obviously at the top I just use generic blank headers, washi strips. So like I said, it is my full boxes that I put up here ordinarily. But like I said, today is going to be a little bit differently. A little bit different. See, this is the one I always struggle with, because I always get in a muddle with the coil, and I'm not entirely sure as to why it appears to be always such an issue. Hopefully that's straight. There we go. So from that point, I'm now going to put in the first 3 boxes. Just line it up. Now obviously my super thin washi is not, there we go, we've dropped that right over the top. So am I overhanging that header? I am a little bit. I've near enough taken the whole of that header out. That seems slightly odd. These boxes are a little bit longer than normal. So I'm now wondering if maybe I should do you know what, I'm going to run with it, because I usually find problems filling gaps. And it might actually do me a favour with them being a little bit longer than normal. So obviously just trying to line everything up. I do apologise if you see my head in the shot, top of my head in the shot. It's not intentional, guys. And I'm not entirely sure why that suddenly started occurring, but I noticed it in my last plan with me that you could actually see my head, which was a little bit disturbing. Why is that not going down straight? Again, probably coil issues, knowing me. So what I'm going to do is that, and then that's straight. Brilliant. So like I said, I'm doing this a little bit differently, and I'm not entirely sure yet how it's all going to come together, so please bear with me. So this page is going to be completely normal. and as I normally do, apart from the theme sticker, is not going to be a full box sticker, but we'll get to that in a minute. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to build up this section here. And this is where you'll see I'm doing it a bit differently. So instead of going the top down, I'm going to go from the bottom up. And this is where I may or may not use that blue glitter washi, because I might run it across in between, if that makes sense. So I might put it in here. I don't know yet. I didn't know whether that would work or it wouldn't, and I figured it'd be something I would decide at the time whether it's suited or not. So like I said, I'm slightly undecided at this point about what I'm doing regarding regarding that. So now I need to decide whether or not I bother to put the washi in, and do you know what? I don't think I'm going to. The reason being is I got a funny feeling if I do that, it's going to pretty much level me out. Which it does. So actually I'm happy with that. That makes sense. Slightly off alignment because there should be an ever so slight little gap, but not a major gap, and I think that works like that. And then this one, I couldn't make up my mind whether I was going to stick it down the bottom with this or stick it at the top as normal. I think I'm going to stick it at the top as normal. So based on that, I want some washi that is very, very similar to what I've already stuck down. I think that's probably the closest. I'm just gonna pop that down like that, and then we will pop this in. Now, just because, like I said, I've done the kit in this style, you don't have to do it this way. Do it however you feel comfortable. Okay. I could have stuck that there as well, but it kind of makes Friday a little bit impractical for me. So breaking them up just made everything a little bit more practical. So basically, because I've changed it up, this side, like I said, is staying the same. But obviously what would normally go at the bottom here is now going to go at the top here. And what I'm not going to put in is my today's. I'm just going to put checklists in with headers and see how we get on. So what I'm now going to do is just put in some full box checklists at the bottom like I normally do. And just get this whole bottom section filled in. Like so. And then I can move on and do the other ones. As I come to them. So if you guys are wondering, this is my, I use this one for YouTube, PR and just general social media regarding doing my planning and stuff, just because I want to. So all I'm doing literally on the Friday is swapping the two over. So normally I would have the today above the to-dos. So today I'm doing this, so that's what I kind of want to do again. So I'm probably going to put blank, I'm not sure yet. So we're going to leave Friday out of the picture. Now what I want is my normal headers sheet. So what have I done with those? They're there. So normally it's today in the middle, like so, and then to do, obviously my checklists are my to-dos, like so. So we're just going to go through now and just put all my headers in. So, oops. It's a little bit fiddly and I'm possibly a little bit more faffy than normal, just purely because, like I said, I have changed this up a little bit and I'm a little unsure of how well this is going to work. And it just makes you a little bit nervous when you're trying something new. Although I think it's good to change things up from time to time and like try doing things a little bit different. And move things around, and no matter how sort of stagnant or persistent you're not stagnant, stagnant's probably not the right word, how strict you are with your planning. So like obviously I am a no white space planner, that's what I prefer. It's not everyone's cup of tea, it can be a little overwhelming and I get that, I really do. I think when I first started out I would have gone, oh my god, that's just scary, how can you fill the entire page with stickers? So I totally be on that, that's too much bandwagon, and then obviously as time has gone on my style has changed. Obviously I'm going to put blank headers in above these, so I want, that goes without saying, that's going to be blank headers in above those. How have I got that sheet? That isn't going to help me, is it? So I think I'll use these ones. They look perfect and leaves me exactly a box at the top there. Like so, and then I'm going to put, do I put to do or today? I don't think it's really going to matter. I don't really use the weekend in this planner. I'm going to put full boxes, checklists in there just to fill the space, I think, because that's the space I have available. Purely because I can't really do planning and stuff with the kids around. It just makes the day far too chaotic and hectic, and they're always running in and out and screaming and shouting, and I just can't concentrate. So for me it was just easier to plan my planning around school times and when I don't have my little darlings home to play with me, and I don't have to entertain anybody else. It's just me and it doesn't really matter. So now I want to look at this, and I don't know if I'm going to actually need any washi today because of those being slightly longer. I might get away with it. So what do I normally do? This one I do full boxes, half boxes at the top and then quarter boxes at the bottom. It will be at this point whether or not I use that washi, I think, and I think I'm going to need to. Do you know what's a real shame? I haven't got any super skinny silver. And I mean super skinny silver because I think that's just going to make it a bit too... That I think might be a bit too wide. I wonder if I have got any super skinny. Sorry, excuse my arm wafting across the front a bit, because I did see I've got gold. Would gold go? Or do we think silver would be better? Just think that would be a much better fit. But I'm not know whether the gold or the... Please bear with me. I'm just going to run over to my washi collection really quickly. See, this is where right, sorry about that, guys. I went and got super skinny washies. I don't know why I picked up that one. I think it was just good. So we've got the rose gold, we've got the silver, and we've got the yellow gold. Now, although there's orange and yellow in this, I don't know about you guys, but I actually think that clashes. Whereas the silver, I think, goes more with the blue. And there is silver glitter in this kit, which I didn't notice till now. Right, we'll go with the silver. Super skinny silver. Because I actually think that would be the more viable option at this point. So, and yes, I do apologise. I should have been so much more organised rather than having to get up and abandon you, because my washi collection isn't actually near this desk, it's near my other desk. In fact, it's not even on a desk, it's at the top of my storage drawers. But, now we will pop in the quarter boxes. I think I'm just going to mix this up as we go along. So let me just pop these in, these half boxes. Finish that off now we've decided on a washi. And I think I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 on the different types of half box, quarter boxes, patterns. Just kind of mix it up a bit. Look at that, guys. That worked. That was a good spot. It was literally just a case of I spotted the super skinny at the corner of my eye, the gold. And for some reason that was in the drawers I have in front of me of my little organiser, which I just realised I didn't shut, and knowing me I will knock over or knock the desk and the whole lot will come flying into shot, which we don't want. I think I might be a little bit wonky on that box. But there we go, guys. What do we think? I like that. I actually like that. That works well for me. So then we've got exactly the same here. So I'm going to have to go today and to do, as I normally do, otherwise it's going to confuse me, I think. So let's go today and to do. I'm still undecided as to what I'm putting above these, but we will come to that. So at this point I wanted to stay consistent, so we want orange, that's not very straight, is it? Apologies, I did that wonky. I think that's still gone slightly wonky, but okay. So it'll be this one. This will be number 2. . lay that in there like that. Then we've got see, I think we're going to end up with a bigger gap here somehow. I'm not entirely sure how. Or is it just me misreading things? I think I need to put my washi strip in there, don't I? Before I lose complete track of what I'm doing. Because I am slightly confusing myself at this point. And now I need to put my orange checklist in here. Because at the moment it just looks like a massive, massive gap, which I'm sure it isn't. No, it isn't. It's literally just the way it looked. And we want the to-do header. Pop it in like that. Then we want a washi. Which will sit in just like that. If you guys are wondering what I'm using to cut the washi with, it's just a Cricut scraper. I actually have a Cricut machine. I don't make my own stickers. I do occasionally make my own stickers, but like not my own designs or anything like that. It's printable kits I buy off Etsy. But I do make vinyls for people. I don't have a shop or anything as such. But I found that, I think it was another planner girl online that uses a Cricut scraper as well. And I just, because I used to use, I think it was just a Stores points card. I think it was my Boots card actually, or my Superdrug card. And I just thought, oh no, that's a really good idea. Because then I don't have to use the store card. Which means I'm not going to lose or forget to take it with me when I go shopping. And the Cricut scraper is something I've always got to hand. So, yeah, kind of, and I preferred it. Just personal preference. And you use whatever you're comfortable in. Some people use scissors, some people don't. That, I think, guys, really, really works. So now what we need to do is work on the side box over here. Now, the thing I like about Carly's kit, and it turned out quite convenient, and if you have seen my last plan with me in my mini happy planner, or like I said, if you guys are new, go back and check that video. You will see I used a combination of two different kits from her. So basically finding a use for these. So basically on here, the top box is washi strips. That's a solid box. That's washi strips, and that's a solid box. And basically I just did a demonstration of how you could reuse the leftover bits to make up a spread in the mini. But in this instance, obviously because of this, I haven't got a full box to go up here. So I figured I'm either going to do stars or I'm going to do the floral washi. And I quite like the idea of the floral washi. So basically what I'm going to do is just use washi and line it up central as best I can. Where obviously I'm not using a... Do you know what? It's going to be easy to see what I'm trying to do with tweezers. Then I can see how central I'm getting it. Like that. I'm happy with that. So now we're going to use this beautiful little fox as my theme sticker. Again, making sure it's all lined up in the middle. like so, and then I'm just going to trim it with the other bit of washi, and then it takes up as much room as what a full box would have done anyway. And I think pretty much overall sums up. I think that was slightly overlapping the picture there. The theme of the kit really quite nicely, like so. So moving on now, just trying to remember, I do a next week, and then I put the Monday through Sunday box in. Which is over here. Like so. And then apparently I normally put another full box, which obviously I don't have to fit in this space. So it's a real shame that that's been cut as washi and not that one. I do have some, I have a full box and some. Right, I'm going to come back to the sidebar in a minute when I've had a think about it. In the meantime, I'm going to do the bottom washi. I was hoping that wasn't going to split off like that, but it did. Okay. So I'm just going to line this up at the bottom. Like so, and then I'm going to use the continuation this time. Just to use up some of the space that we have there. And then I'm going to use this strip. Whoops, no, don't stick to the page. Not allowed to do that. Like so. Is that going to fit up there? I don't know, I'll come back to that. I may or may not decide to put that in. Normally I end up using that strip in the middle, but obviously today I haven't needed to. So then normally I will put a half box in there with a header, a blank header. So I'm liking running with the blue theme, so I'm going to put blank. Header in there. And then I've got just this gap here to fill, where I've used that bit of washi down the bottom. I'm not entirely sure what I could put in there. Do you know what? I might put a mini checklist in there just to fill the space. Not that I really need it. Do I want a blue with blue? No. Yes, I'll do blue with blue. Well, that's a little bit wonky, but it will do quite nicely. Do you know what? It is quite a lot wonky, and that's going to really bug me. So now what I want to try and do is just get these stickers back up and just try and line them up. Sorry, it was just going to bug me if I left it. That was appallingly lined up. That is so much better. Okay, so I've added in an extra little quarter box there, checklist that I don't normally use, but I could utilise somehow. Even if it's just to put a bit of deco on there, I don't know yet. We'll come back to that one in a minute. We're pretty much there, to be fair. So yeah, I am going to use this at the top, but I'm not going to let it go all the way across. Don't mind if it overhangs a little bit, because I don't want it to block out the February 19 bit. Let's get rid of that in a minute. And again, we're just going to plonk it on this side on top as well. So it doesn't overhang or anything, fits perfectly. Now I want to do my weekend banner, which is a rather groovy script, and hopefully it will fit up here quite nicely, which it does, and I'm happy with that. And that is pretty much it, guys. Let's do, I may or may not use some of these functionals, like the Instagram one and the YouTube one. I don't know yet. In fact, I am going to use the YouTube one just because I can. I'm going to stick it there for a title, and then I might come back to those ones. I won't get rid of those little minis that you see at the bottom there. I'll use them in a different kit. It's the same with the habit trackers. Water trackers I don't use. I don't generally use the white space habit checklists, so you know, I may at some point offer up a big bundle of stickers to somebody of ones I don't actually use. So moving on now, we're going to put in the functionals. I think I will use some of the deco today, actually, just purely because it's so pretty, but we'll come back to that. I want to get my functionals in first. So first of all, I'm going to start with this. This is Coffee Mini, and this is my little adopted character, or my little adopted version of Minnie, and I absolutely think she's adorable. And obviously she goes up here, usually bring it down a bit so she's not covering the date dots, just there on the corner. She's my character sticker for this planner, so she will feature in every single spread. Moving on, we have this little character. This is the Sheep Girl from Fab Planner Print, and I use her to represent my Happy Planner Classic. So she's the character sticker for my Happy Planner Classic. I believe I can't remember the words. Moving on, these are the stickers I'm currently using to represent my Erin Condren, and they're from Busy Bee Stickers. So obviously I work on my Erin Condren in a Tuesday. These stickers here are from Plan to Stitch Planning, and if you watched my haul video the other day, you'll see I've only just got these, and I got these to represent my mini Happy Planner, which I work in on a Friday. Because I've used the YouTube symbol there from the kit itself, I'm not going to be using these ones today, but these are YouTube floss from the TheMixMatchPlanner. Not planning on doing anything in my TM, but these are from Your World of Colour and just represent TM work. Again, that's floss and that's laptop, but I haven't really done anything on my laptop. These are mini planning, just as a unicorn, and I usually use this to represent when I'm going to PR in this planner, but we haven't decided who's doing what date yet for February. These are stickers that I made myself from a printable on Etsy, and it's from a shop called I Love to Print. And ideally I needed some blues, but I'm just going to use different shades of grey, I think. So we always do a film and a matching upload on each day that I obviously film and upload on. I know my stickers say edit as well, but you have to edit the video in order to upload the video, so I kind of don't bother to put them in. And obviously remembering that I've put the to-do list for Friday up. Whoops. And I have just noticed, and some of you guys are probably going, she hasn't done headers, she hasn't finished the headers. I have just spotted that, guys. Have no fear. So that's those dealt with. Quickly, these are Instagram mini from the TheMixMatchPlanner as well. And obviously she goes on the days that I'm going to be uploading to my Instagram. Guys, if you want to check out my Instagram, it's losmc11. By all means, there are some things on there that I don't obviously film, like crafting things. Occasional sneak peeks into me and my kids and what we're up to, as well as planning things. And I'm going to have to call this short at this point, guys, and speak to you later because my dog's going absolutely mad because there's somebody at my door. So check out Instagram and there will be a picture of this completed on there. For now, guys, bye.